Welcome to Serious Business TV, doing it Rumble styles again tonight. This time I'm bringing you a little bit of an interview with A-Tech, aka Andrew Thompson, the man behind Rumble in the Jungle. I caught up with him before the Christchurch Rumble and asked him how the other three Rumbles had been, if they'd been up to par or not, and here's what he had to say.
Yeah, I mean, par sort of shifts constantly, so it's hard to say exactly what par is, but I mean, I've enjoyed them all, and definitely setting up for a big final for sure. Christchurch is going to be fun for sure. It's the last one, so we'll see how we go.
So, memories of the Wellington night, what would you sort of say your impression was of that evening?
It was a good gig. Wellington was definitely very consistent, one of the most consistent of the three already been. So they've definitely got a lot of talent there for sure. Dunedin was definitely pretty rowdy. There was a pretty solid crowd the whole way through, and being the first time I'd been there this year, I was a bit nervous about taking something somewhere where there hasn't been any sort of exposure. So I was quite pleased with how it went in the end, and so was Whoosh, the guy that ran it for me, and the staff at backstage. So and the guys that won were awesome. Probably my picks of the competition were the two guys that came first and second down there. So and there was a guy, Billy T, who no one really heard of too much, but he came and he smashed it. Probably the best 12-minute round of all of them. And Undertow, he's always really good, and his set was easily as good as his one that won here last year, but I think the other three were just a lot better on the night. So it's just unfortunate that he couldn't take all four through, really.
Yeah. Do you think the bar shifting each year, do you sort of see a determination from the likes of JG, who was a bit unlucky in Christchurch last year and comes out to win the whole thing in Dunedin this year?
JG said he was pretty pissed off, to put it bluntly. So I can see that he probably put a lot of work into it, and you've got to, Cole and Function last year, the first and second, they were the guys that put in all the work, and it came off, and I think you've really got to actually sort of want to win this. You've got to know what it takes to win it, and to be honest, I don't know myself what it takes to win it. You just got to be a good DJ and sort of have something special on the night, but it only comes if you've put a lot of work in. You can be the best DJ in the world, but if you don't sort of think about things a little bit and Rumble in the Jungle, you're not going to win it.
So anyway, Auckland was up next, and we finally got a full quota of 12. What was the story there?
A few late entries in Auckland. Basically, just sort of didn't seem to be too much in the way of excitement going on in Auckland with this event. But not too sure why that was. Last year was probably one of the best of all the gigs. We ended up filling them in the end, and that was pretty good. In the end, a Welly Boy won, so it's always a bit of a smile, goes up to Auckland to win that. But and a girl, Darnell, came second, and she really deserved to come second there. She was fantastic, and it's going to be good to have them coming down to Wellington and having a big battle. Yeah.
Is she the first girl to make it to a Rumble final? Is there a bit of a buzz around that?
Well, it really depends how you class it, because when Rumble has been running just as a singular event down in Wellington previously, there's been at least one girl in there, Slips, one of the face cutters actually, John, he's a face cutter, he's playing tonight, and she came third or second, I think, through the whole night. So it's not unprecedented, but it's definitely in terms of when it's been sort of regionals and a final, then yeah, she's the only girl to enter and the only girl to get through. So yeah.
Now that we've talked about all the other regions, are you prepared to put your balls on the line and make a prediction for tonight? Remember, this man's not a judge, he's just the organiser, he's just making a call.
If I was going to make a call, a blind sort of patriotic call to friends, I'm going to go for Import, but just because he's a Welly boy as well, and been on my indoor cricket team, so I got to support the teammates, but I'm just really looking forward to really seeing who's got the goods, because Christchurch was the only other centre apart from Wellington that had more than enough entries to sort of qualify for selection process. So basically, like I'd say, the quality of DJs here will be as consistent as they were in Wellington. So if that's the case, then we're in for a pretty good night.
Thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, bro.
Once again, and of course, that final is October the 13th, San Francisco Bathhouse at Wellies. We'll see you there.
Christchurch City, give it up one time for Hacks. 15 years old. Big ups. Where's Mum and Dad? Big ups to Mum and Dad for being out here at 3:30 in the morning. Give them some love. Yeah.